Hi, today we're talking about learning to enjoy being alone. So, yes, we are husband and wife, but obviously we also have time on our own. And prior to meeting, we also spend time on our own. And we just wanted to have a chat about it. So, what do you think about spending time on your own?
I think it can be a really good experience because you get to do what you want. Um, but on the other hand, you can feel lonely.
I think it's absolutely important to spend time on your own. Many people are scared to actually spend time on their own. The idea of going to a restaurant or going to the movies on their own induces a great deal of fear. But the thing is, the more often you do something, the less fearful you become. And it's important to know yourself well. When you do spend time on your own, you actually get to know yourself really well. And you know, it's so important to know yourself well. And I think that a lot of times people don't spend time on their own because the other person that's in their company sort of stops them from processing the things that they need to know about themselves and about their lives. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think, so you have introverts and extroverts. How would you define yourself and put yourself on that scale? Because I think it is a scale. I don't think you can say, okay, you're purely an introvert or you're purely an extrovert.
Okay, so I think in certain situations I'm an extrovert, like if it comes to hosting a party, things of that sort. But in other situations, I'm an introvert where I just want to be on my own, go to the restaurant on my own, go to the movies on my own. I actually enjoy that as well. And yourself?
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation. I mean, it fluctuates. I think if you look at I'm not sure the actual definition, but from my personal perspective, an introvert, um, well, an extrovert gets energy from other people, and an introvert gets energy being by themselves. So it depends on the situation. I think I like to be around people, but then sometimes it can get too much. So then it's nice to have your own time to chill and relax. I don't feel like I have to have that constant buzz of having someone to entertain me or having, like having that constant interaction. And I think it's because in today's society, we have entertainment on tap. We can get our dopamine fixes and whenever we got our phone in our pocket. It's like a dopamine um, magic lamp that you can just pull out, and then you can entertain yourself however you want to. I think before we had technology, we had to rely on other humans. So there's because I think those connections were stronger, storytelling, creating ways to entertain each other through theater or music. But now we can instantly be entertained. Even things like video games, which I haven't played for a long time. But if you think about movies and TV and you take that to video games, you're immersed in that experience and it can be highly addictive. But then even that becomes more enjoyable when you're playing with other people. So you still need that social aspect.
Yeah, we're not saying completely cut off socializing. No, we're saying there's a time to socialize and there's also a time to enjoy time on your own. And even to enjoy the time on your own is an opportunity to have peace, solitude in your life. Because even like with the WhatsApp groups, you have WhatsApp work groups, you have all these groups, and it's just constantly being alerted to these notifications. And your mind just wanders from one thing to the next. But when you sit still with yourself and you're just sitting and you're not doing anything, it gives you time, it gives you an opportunity to rest and reflect. And a lot of the times we are just go, go, go in life. And we don't actually take the time out to listen to ourselves
Well,
because it's being everything else is being channeled in except our own thoughts and feelings.
But sometimes that can be scary for a lot of people. When you spend time by yourself, it forces you to think about your life. Maybe think about your own mortality. Think about the mistakes that you've made. Think about a lot of different things. And that can be very uncomfortable. So the second that you can stop that and go into a situation where you are around other people, it can distract you from that. So then you need that constant stream of distraction to the point where when you are alone, it feels uncomfortable. So our bodies, we are designed to go away from pain and avoid pain. So if we're feeling discomfort, we think, something's wrong with this. So I need to get rid of it and be around other people. And then that discomfort goes away. So you're never in that feeling of discomfort long enough to find it beneficial.
Yes. To actually go through that and get to the other end where you actually enjoy being on your own. So if you were to advise a teenager and they said, I hate spending time on my own, I despise it, what would you tell them?
I think generally, well, my perspective, I think a lot of teenagers would want to spend time on their own anyway. I think it would be more the people that feel they have to be around other people, or they feel that they have to go to a gig or go to the cinema or even go to the park with other people. That it's okay to go to the park, have a picnic, put a blanket, read a book by yourself, even if there are other people around, and not feel strange or feel weird. So I think, when you can go there and you can enjoy being out and being with yourself, I think it's like a strength that you don't have to rely on other people. But in the same breath, you still do need friends and family and those connections. So it's not that you are saying to these people, I don't need you in my life, but by spending time with yourself, because I think it's very important to know yourself, be comfortable. I think that's where you can think about discoveries, you can visualize what you want to have from life. Yeah.
So now on social media, you hear the phrase solo dates, people going on dates by themselves. What do you think of that?
Okay. A solo date. Okay. It's interesting buzzword. I think why not?
Yes.
It's cheaper.
Yes. And also spending spending time on your own, you can also travel on your own. And that's a good thing to do, definitely. You may be scared at first, but with practice, everything gets easier. What are the benefits of spending time on your own?
I think, like I said, you can spend your time how you want to. So it's being a bit selfish. You can do the things that you want to do. It's not dependent on anyone else. You're not having to make compromises. You can follow your own passions and interests. And you can just relax. And I think you can unplug from the world, and it would give you more energy.
I was thinking the same thing. The word I was thinking about is it energizes you. When you spend time on your own and you spend it on the things that help energize you, you feel so much better afterwards. If you don't have that time on your own, you can often feel depleted. And that's why it's so important to have that time on your own. I love spending time on my own and doing the things that I love, which is reading and going for a walk. What do you do when you have time on your own?
Well, I don't really have time anymore, but if I did have time, it would be things like watching a football match or watching a movie that I like, or going out for a walk, or going to the gym, or just reading articles that are interesting, that I know that, for example, you wouldn't like to read or to watch. And yeah, I think.
So, like, even though you watch football and you're watching it alone, it's very communal because you support Arsenal and fans all over the world. And don't you feel like, as a football fan, you're watching it on your own, but you're linked to a larger group of people?
Yeah, I think that's the case with many things. I'd go onto Reddit or have a look at the specific forums and see what people have written and the memes. So yeah, you have that connection. So even if it's like a book that you're reading, if you meet someone else that's read the same book, you have the instant connection. So, it's built, we are built to share ideas, but initially it's nice to assimilate those ideas on your own, to come up with your own thought process.
Yes. So thank you so much for watching. Let us know, what are your thoughts about spending time on your own? Do you enjoy it? Do you feel that it's difficult to spend time on your own? And if you do spend time on your own, what do you enjoy doing? Till next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.